Hello everybody, it's Dezire. We are here to watch the next dog pack video. Apparently, MrBeast is a sociopath. We're going to upload this at 0800 in the morning tomorrow. I am recording this at 10:30 p.m. the previous day. We already know he's a fraud. We already know he's done illegal lotteries. We already know that he rigs contests. We already know that he screwed people in the Beast games. We already know that he denied somebody insulin, which is a fuck you for.
Hey, all right, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it. Hey.
So I did watch a little bit of this. This guy is a writer. He was a man. I'm heated. Okay, he was a part of MrBeast's channel. He went on a 30 days of isolation, pure isolation. They kept the lights on, which is illegal because that's denied. Like the whole time, he had no way of looking at outside, so knowing what time it was. He ended it early because it was driving him insane, and basically Jimmy tried to state that at the end, we don't want you to sue, because he didn't say sue, he said sue. And this guy broke down because he got fired. And he got another guy fired who didn't want to be fired.
MrBeast, that's what happened to me.
Which is sad.
It's
basically this video is a content cop on MrBeast about what this guy went through.
I'm not really going to get into those claims because... Okay, content cop from Temu back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation...
We will end up skipping
Jake Weddle,
through...
a lot has happened since my last video. After posting it, I got hundreds of messages from former MrBeast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their stories of respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Oh, so MrBeast was going to respond.
Secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you,
That's
James, what will
sad.
be in part 3, so you don't have to.
Oh, there's going to be a third part?
Harass my people. It will be about serious allegations.
What are the allegations?
Sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those.
What do you fucking mean? What do you fucking mean?
Crimes. And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former MrBeast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, you know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of DMs.
Okay.
And like, as much as I mean,
I'm definitely. I will link the dog pack video and his account in the description, like I did with more Pegasus. I'm genuinely disgusted with MrBeast.
I take anonymity very
for
seriously,
how he
so without
straight up tortured a guy
with anything. And obviously, if it goes to court, I don't.
Sleep
I would hope
deprivation.
they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know.
Left the lights on
former
24/7.
contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 boys versus girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable.
Made them feel very uncomfortable. Oh.
You know, you trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Hey, to anyone that defended MrBeast, how do you defend this shit, huh?
That seems really dark now.
Torturing a guy, illegal lotteries.
Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
And then the guy who was tortured, they didn't even upload the fucking video of.
The thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never.
And if you don't believe me, I'm not gonna link the whole video in the conversation because he literally is bawling tears, and it's just such a tragic thing. And when I was originally reacting to it, that ended up getting corrupted, wah-de-da, because I wanted to react to that on its own. I was in utter shock. I was in utter shock that MrBeast
no
put a
because
man.
of the implication.
through that.
Anyway, so
or just anyone.
that will be part 3. So, you know, MrBeast, do with that information
So
what you will.
pathetic.
I know, Chucky didn't want to respond.
And then he was having to remove stuff. All right, I want to see what's up with Chucky. I know he didn't respond to the fraud, any of that. So, MrBeast, the DM, I'm receiving many DMs collaborating very serious accusations of SH, SA, and SC occurring within the company. Hearing these stories from both former contestants and employees alike. Anything you can? Oh my God.
Those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a MrBeast video, which never got uploaded.
Yes, this is the video and the contestant of what he went through. Okay, understand this. He was there for 30. He ended up staying for 24 days, and he nearly lost his mind. And I feel so bad for him because they didn't turn these lights off. Okay.
Because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at MrBeast while actually on the registry.
Which the PDF, we know what that means,
I'll get more
right?
into that story at the end of the video. So I got his DM, drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep.
And he ends up talking to him. We're going to show just a photo of him. This is the guy who went through all that. I think he has his own YouTube. Let me see. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, he does. I'm going to go ahead.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you.
He went through a lot, bro. Like a lot. And it's honestly sad. It's honestly sad. And I feel so bad for him. Man, I don't know. All right, let's skip a little bit through.
To see this. What is fun about this? The video.
Yeah, and it was a video of just constant filming, and they left the lights on. I think that
In a cage at his whim. I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits.
And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long time.
I'm very thankful that you came out and said it. Basically, most of that is just his interview. I do want to go into after the interview, because the interview I don't want to personally upload because I didn't do the interview. Dogpack did, and Dogpack deserves his recognition for said interview. But I did tell you basically the plot points of it, okay? The plot points are all of that. And at the end of it, at the end of his confinement, we'll call it, he was offered $100K, which he ended up spending 400 or 44K of it in taxes, and now he doesn't have any of it because he's a comedian. Which, power to you. You were able to make a comedy out of such a tragic situation, and I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. MrBeast tried to manipulate him into staying so that he could have the video, and that didn't happen.
I feel good now.
Easy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working.
Oh, my bad. I almost forgot. He was forced during that stay to try to run a fucking marathon on a treadmill. Mind you, there's no way of seeing the outside. There's no natural air. He's in a box.
On things.
Yeah. Pretty fucked up, bro.
This is a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a MrBeast video. Hey, Jake, hope you're doing okay.
And yes, it's something that would traumatically affect you. It's fucked up. It's so fucked up.
Concern. Cover what I want up to that.
And you have people, I think, didn't XQC try to defend him? I don't want to throw XQC in the mud because I don't know. But anyone that defended MrBeast, fuck you. You know? Fuck you. How do you defend these things? How? How do you defend torturing a man?
That point in the game, which was also, well, man, that video you up thinking too much, one might say. Hope they're
Yeah, see? He was there for 24 days. He didn't get paid for 25 or 30.
taking care of you where they did to me. Of Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a...
That's so sad. Oh, here's another thing that's...
Part of me wants the footage burned, and part of me
really
thinks
fucked
that
up.
There's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates. He said, we also don't want you to... And I swear to...
That's what I got into... that's what I got into the thing. That's what I got into, and I said that was really fucked up for Jimmy to say. You can't say that.
Our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue. Also, as far as like, he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show this segment from an internal document at MrBeast called How to Succeed in MrBeast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called No.
This is an internal document. No means no. We're gonna listen to how
no.
Dogpack unravels
insane.
Yeah, it's fucking pretty fucking insane. It's like the exact opposite of
because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-rape slogan.
Yes.
Which is a terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon.
Which I can't wait to do a reaction to now. I'm literally sitting on the edge of my seat waiting because I know people are still going to try to be like, but MrBeast, but MrBeast. Fuck him! He tortured a man for 24 days straight, and then he tried to play with him mentally. Fuck MrBeast.
Soon, it reads, when dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take no at face value.
What?
If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't...
What do you mean that doesn't mean anything? What? And then you're like, oh, but they could be fans when they have kids that are fans, and they're trying to talk to their boss. Their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team, because I'm MrBeast, and I'm special. I'm the one who can do whatever the fuck he wants. I can torture people and whatever. I'm MrBeast. Fuck you.
Doesn't mean shit.
How dare you tell me no? I'm gonna go to your boss. He's like fucking Karen.
Talk
Only
to
an entitled Karen.
See if they are fans,
like an
or if
entitled
any have
prick.
kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to...
That's super fucked up, bro.
...bend the rules. Basically what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no.
Oh, such a disgusting thing.
Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options...
That's so fucked up, bro. So fucked up.
...are exhausted. This is one of many tools that when combined dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So yeah, this idea of like pushing through no's is a big component to working at MrBeast. And
super fucked up, bro. It's I don't even know if I can say super fucked up. That's beyond fucked up. That is beyond fucked up.
The way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer's sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're putting...
This whole fucking time, I thought MrBeast was a decent person. I know we had 2 videos ago where I said that, but man, this is like the most damning so far video. My nose is running. I've been sick for
put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring.
You shouldn't be pressuring people like
civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired. You know, I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from
trashing film. Oh yeah, where he left the fucking yacht in the middle of a fucking lake.
Part 1. I had seen this Reddit post titled "MrBeast Leaving,"
where it has a fuck ton of debris just because it's dissolving in the lake. Like, what the fuck, Jimmy?
Trash behind and debris at film site in Ayden, North Carolina. Apparently, he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with MrBeast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a MrBeast video called "Protect the Yacht, Keep It," where at the end of that video, he actually says,
if you're wondering, yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass t-shirts.
But you didn't.
For part of this production, I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email to them. I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no...
So basically what they're saying is, in the middle of it, they're offering grace and forgiveness.
Perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace or forgiveness. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by MrBeast of people working with MrBeast a lot on their...
I feel bad for that camp. I feel so bad for it. So fucking bad.
Public image. And if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of like him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate.
Well, yeah, he wasn't able to sleep. The lights were on. In a room that had no fucking
into staying,
way of even seeing outside.
Sure
I'm surprised he's not batshit
the Geneva
insane.
Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure,
it's the implications and
it's
pressure.
Not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad, and because
that he didn't care about other people and he became all about numbers.
So,
all right.
When
So
Jimmy comes in and asks for some, let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may. My dad was everybody loves being part of the camera, like I have been. Was when I saw the Discord stuff. Because when I got there, it was like 2019. So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug. All right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. And when I saw it, all that stuff start coming out. And
the stuff with
the
Ava
potentiality as of this
Chris
moment
Tyson.
of recording. I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential.
And all this stuff that Dogpack and everything
could have been in those Discord chats.
He was. We found that out.
The potential that he participated in those Discord chats.
That's disgusting.
After the shit he did to me.
I just want to hear what he
You're
says.
gonna make fun of my dad.
You made fun of his dad?
I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens at this point.
Outside of Chris Tyson, did you really hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. You know, he's very careful about his image. You know, the tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. You know, how do you prove that, you know?
So fucking sad.
Well, there was a known
Do you not see why I mean?
sex
I
offender,
think he said,
registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything.
Charles Jefferson, out of state, 6'1". He's 36. Oh, no. Go back.
Yeah. Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry.
Okay, no scars or marks. What was the reason? Conviction, April 21st, 2010. Statute. Victim's age between 1 and 11. Oh my God! And he had that on his team!
And everything. Who worked there. And like you can, you know, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you know, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on the, that's not one, that's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing, you know.
There's a
If you
difference
do your
between
time, that's fine.
rehabilitation. There is no rehabilitation to scumbags like that.
But that guy,
there's only one.
From what I hear,
there's only
and
one.
I can't confirm or deny. From what I hear, he's on the registry for doing
The
some
offenders do
great
it
stuff with some
correctly, and
underage
they
people.
know they do it correctly.
And they knew that. He's working at a channel that has underage
There's an
people on
offender on
around and
YouTube.
is
He
targeted
says
to
on
underage
his
people.
shirt, he says, "Make Chomos fear again."
And they
Fuck
covered
yeah.
up the fact that not only
Fuck
did
every
he
single
work
one
there,
of them. Kill them all.
but he was like the manager when it all started.
Public freaking
You know
cut.
that he knew, and because
Public gelding.
he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails, he'll be around, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask?
That's the fucker. I'm so fucking heated
That's
right
why you
now.
conceal your face. It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender? With a physical mask? Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. You know, so I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if that guy didn't do anything, they still knew about it, and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. It's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why, you know? The fuck? Did Jimmy know about it? The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MrBeast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the MrBeast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record.
What do you... All right. I need to know what that means, okay? All right, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but what does expunged mean? Refers to the process of sealing, destroying records. What the fuck do you mean?
Off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording.
take my hat off. I can't believe this, dude. I can't fucking believe this.
People don't want to talk to us anymore because they're scared of Jimmy. And if you really don't do anything in the affidavits or testimonials,
You had that on your fucking employment. Your fucking employment, MrBeast. Your fucking employment! And he was a manager!
Last video telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children.
Don't say you didn't know!
You know, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll. Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, you know, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an
bullshit because of background checks. This is bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Plus, don't you think you would want to fucking Google that as a human being? Hey,
extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks. You're not. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and you know, a company that makes content for children and is around?
Yeah. This is why I'm heated. This. It's children style content for kids.
Children. So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you, or you know, your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, you know, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games. You should address those too.
Yeah, where you denied a guy insulin or a person insulin.
Okay, that was my
And that's basically the end of it. We're gonna link Dog Pack in the video description. All right, I want to see something real quick. How the fuck you gonna defend MrBeast now, everybody? Holy fuck! I am so fucking disgusted, and I'm hot. I'm sweating. I'm so mad. I feel like there's steam coming out of me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely gonna react to Dog Pack's next video. Have a good one.